Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squad for boxing news and views from around the internet. And another heavyweight news mashup video today, starting with the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury rematch. Bob Arum, the top-ranked promoter who co-promotes Tyson Fury, says that 3 possible referees and 10 to 12 judges will be put in front of both camps. So he says of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Bob Bennett promised me everybody will be satisfied. The truth is, unlike what happened last time, the judges here are not going to matter. If it goes to a decision, Fury wins the fight. If it goes to a knockout, the judges don't matter. And Frank Warren, who also promotes Tyson Fury, says we don't necessarily want a British judge. It was the British judge that scored the last one a draw. Moving on, Tyson Fury, and you can see here on screen, has shared an image of when he was 400 pounds plus. So this would have been back in 2017 in the first half of it. So the post on social media, he says, when someone says you can't do something, look at this and remember anything is possible. This is me at over 400 pounds. And Tyson Fury, ahead of this rematch with Deontay Wilder, see here on screen, has been sparring with the up-and-coming prospect David Adeleye, who's currently 1-0 as a heavyweight. Just had his first fight the other month. Meanwhile, heavyweight Dave Allen has weighed in on the rematch on February the 22nd, saying to Behind the Gloves, Tyson has got to get past Deontay Wilder, which is not a given. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I can see the outcome of that fight, and I can see Wilder winning on points, and I can see Tyson stopping Wilder. In the first fight, everyone was saying Tyson won 10 rounds and Wilder only won 2, that he dropped him. There were many rounds in that fight that were close. I thought Tyson won by a round or 2, but the draw for me was inconceivable. Everyone knows that Tyson is a friend of mine, and I'm a big friend of him, but Wilder is much better than people think. In America, Tyson is negative, he's feinting and throwing the jab. I can see Wilder winning on points. By the same token, I can see Tyson Fury knocking Wilder the spark out as well. Tyson can punch a lot harder than people think. It's an intriguing one as well. Both men have a massive task before they can even think about Joshua. And Joshua has to beat Pulev, which isn't a walk in the park. Dave Allen talking to Behind the Gloves. The rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. was the most streamed event on DAZN in 2019, reportedly 1.8 million streams on the streaming service. Here is the graphic that has been put out by Matchroom and DAZN. So that's pretty good numbers for a heavyweight fight on an emerging service in the United States. And it beat out a number of other big fighters, big fights, including like Canelo Alvarez, for example. Heavyweight Dillian White is narrowing his focus to an Alexander Povetkin fight for April. He's told Sky Sports if he wants it, he can get it. It's going to be a tear-up because he's not really a mover and I'm not really a mover, so he's a come-forward fighter and I come forward. We're going to have a scrap. Povetkin comes to fight, doesn't he? He doesn't come to mess about. I'm the same, so let's get it. Let's see who has got the best left hook around. I've got a meeting with Eddie on Tuesday, so we're going to see because there are a lot of fights happening and stuff. We've got to be mindful of the date and the timing and stuff, so I need to speak to him to get a full idea of his plans. We'll meet and see what the plans are, and we'll make a decision. So that's Dillian White, and he was referring to his promoter, Eddie Hearn. Former champion Charles Martin is hoping to fight 2 top 15 ranked opponents in 2020. So his manager, Mike Burrell, says 2020 is the year that Charles makes another title run. The idea is 2 bouts against top 15 by late summer, followed by a shot at a likely fragmented world title by the end of the year. We're looking at top 15 names in all organizations. Hopefully we'll have it sorted out within the next week or 2. The date is most likely in March, but we're working that out now. And Martin himself, he's weighed in saying,
I walk this earth like a god.
I lost the love for a while, but now I'm back. I got too comfortable, and you must never be too comfortable. Every day you need to wake up to learn. If you're not learning anymore, you need to get out. I'm a champion with a champion's mentality and a champion's spirit. I'm not a normal person. I knew what I had to do, and I did it. I overcome things. It's made me stronger, I'm happy I've endured these things. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Charles Martin there. Michael Hunter believes that heavyweights in general are starting to get smaller. So he's told Sky Sports, boxers are starting to find the balance of what a natural fighter should be. Over the past few years, we've got away with a few fighters who are not normal because it's easier to sell them like that. But it's finding a balance now. There's a limit. If you're naturally big, there's nothing you can do, but being big doesn't really help you. Every fighter knows that. To be the best boxer, we're refining and fine-tuning. It's very hard to be a heavy fighter unless you are Ruiz Jr. and you've always fought heavy, so you know how to be explosive and fast. But it didn't help his feet. I would agree that normally the ideal fighter has long limbs, long muscles, slim, not big and bulky. It's rare to have a fighter like this, not impossible, but rare. In fighting, you need longevity and endurance. You need to be loose and limber. Promoter Kalle Sauerland says he doesn't really see a way back for Andy Ruiz Jr., the former heavyweight champion. Talking to IFL TV, he says, I don't read into that rubbish. Oh, I didn't train, I was eating too many tacos and drinking too many Coronas. Yeah, he put on extra weight. Anthony had to go on and put on a performance. End of. Ruiz, if he did clown around, I don't see any easy way back for him, to be quite honest. People see what he does with his fast hands. He made a lot of money in Saudi. As Marvin Hagler said, it's very difficult to go jogging in your silk pajamas at 5:30 a.m. And I don't see that man anywhere near Marvin Hagler. So for Ruiz now, with his 55 Rolls Royce that he's bought and his big ranch in New Mexico, I don't think life is going to get any easier. And just rounding out this heavyweight news mashup video, Simon Kean will be returning to the ring in February. So he is going to be fighting the Man Mountain, Daniel Martz, 6'7". So he said on social media, see here on screen, and this is translated from French, hello fans, I will be back in the ring in February the 21 against Daniel Martz, a big guy of 6'7", nicknamed The Mountain. Without exception, watch out. It will make a win when I will send to the land of dreams. Not a perfect translation, but he's expecting to knock out Martz. And given Daniel Martz is fighting pretty much anybody and everybody on the way up in terms of prospects, I wouldn't bet against Keane there. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.